This is the strap-on nose cones. On your TV screens, it is the core L110 stage being brought to the second vehicle assembly building.
जी हाँ, अभी आपने देखा दोनों S200 स्टब-ऑन बूस्टर्स के साथ L110 को भी संलग्न कर दिया गया है और यह है क्रायोजेनिक अपर स्टेज CH बहुत ही सावधानी पूर्वक पूरी दक्षता के साथ यह कार्य संपन्न किया जाता है। यह है इक्विपमेंट बे जो कि दिमाग है इस रॉकेट का और यह है हमारा मॉड्यूल है ये
COT2TC
चंद्रयान 2 के पश्चात इसमें काफी सुधार किए गए हैं।
TC SHAR 1 and 2 confirm.
और यहाँ आप देख रहे हैं लैंडर और रोवर को। ये रोवर है जो चंद्रमा में दिया जाता है और यह लैंडर मॉड्यूल रोवर के साथ
-22 minutes. Request all stations change over to channel 2 at T-21 minutes. No confirmation
सभी
is
परीक्षण
needed to control.
पूर्ण होने के पश्चात
MCC confirms data from chain 2.
इस समुच्चय को यान और पेलोड फेयरिंग इन सभी के समुच्चय को एनकैप्सुलेटेड असेंबली कहते हैं। अब इसे व्हीकल असेंबली बिल्डिंग लाया जा रहा है और क्रेन की मदद से इसे क्रायो स्टेज के ऊपर संयोजित किया जा रहा है। लॉन्च पैड की ओर जा रहा है। इसे मोबाइल लॉन्च पेडेस्टल पर रखकर करीब
21 minutes.
1 किलोमीटर की दूरी तय की जाती है।
Change over to channel 2.
ROD Roger. ROD Roger.
अब इसे सावधानी पूर्वक लॉन्च पैड ले आया गया है और बाकी की स्वास्थ्य जांच यहां से पूरी की
All
जाएंगी।
stations to note, event number 430 and 431 is completed. Chandrayaan 3
पूर्ण संयोजित और तैयार LVM-3M4 रॉकेट आगे की जांच तथा तरल नोदक का भराव यहां संपन्न किया जाता है।
The LVM-3M4 rocket standing majestically against a picturesque background in the second launch pad. LVM-3 rocket will fly for the 7th launch today. 43.5 meters tall and 642 tons heavy launch vehicle has been operationalized after an experimental and 2 developmental missions. Mission executives on your screen. That's the spacecraft director
Control to note event number 430.
and associate spacecraft director. LVM-3 is India's largest and heaviest launch vehicle ferrying Indian and international customer satellites.
Vehicle Director to Mission Director. LVM-3 M4 launch vehicle is ready for the Chandrayaan 3 mission.
Mission Director Roger.
Mission Director to
अब हम उड़ान से 19 मिनट 12 सेकंड की दूरी पर
health is normal and cleared for launch.
Mission Director Roger.
ROD to Mission Director. Range is ready for LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan-3 launch.
minus 19 minutes.
Mission Director Roger,
TTC Director to Mission Director. All ISTRAC stations and network is ready to support LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan-3 mission.
रेंज ऑपरेशन डायरेक्टर, टेलीमीटर ट्रैकिंग एंड कमांड डायरेक्टर, सैटेलाइट डायरेक्टर और व्हीकल डायरेक्टर अपने तंत्रों की जानकारी मिशन डायरेक्टर को देते हैं.
all necessary clearances are obtained for the launch of LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan-3 mission. Mission Readiness Review Committee and Launch Authorization Board have already given authorization for the launch of LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan-3 mission. Based on the readiness of vehicle systems, range, spacecraft, and TTC, confirmed by respective mission executives, and the prevailing favorable weather conditions, Mission Director hereby authorizes for the launch operation sequence of launch of LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan-3 mission at 14 hours 35 minutes 17 seconds Indian Standard Time, today the 14th July 2023, from second launch pad of SDSC Shar.
Control Roger. All stations to know, Mission Director has given authorization for launch.
जी हाँ, अभी आपने घोषणा सुनी. मिशन डायरेक्टर ने इस लॉन्च के लिए ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस शुरू करने का अनुमोदन दे दिया है. इसके पश्चात व्हीकल डायरेक्टर एलएस ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस शुरू करेंगे.
On your screen, you have just watched Mission Director Shri Mohan Kumar giving team for range, launch vehicles, spacecraft and tracking. 30 seconds, as a part of which the most critical control system elements are checked for the launch vehicle.
Minus 17 minutes.
Very close to the launch time, control will be passed on to the onboard
Roger.
computers.
VLCC2, LCC2 to note. Timing.
व्यूअर्स लोग उपस्थित हुए हैं, आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत है सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र में.
Enthusiastic viewers from all across the country gathering at Satish Dhawan Space Center Launch View Gallery for witnessing this historic moment
Data
of
logger
Chandrayaan-3
Sharon and
launch.
start to stations.
Copied.
The countdown for LVM-3 M4 Chandrayaan-3 mission has lasted for 25.5 hours. It was commenced on 1:30 p.m. yesterday.
While of operation of hydrogen tank.
During
scheduled at
countdown,
1 PLO.
the launch vehicle
Minus
stages are
16
serviced with propellants,
Vehicle Director to
gas
ALS
bottles
control.
meant for
ALS
the cryogenic propellants,
SDA servers activated. MC confirms data from SHAR1
अभी
and
अभी
SHAR2.
शुरू कर दिया है. अब यह लॉन्च व्हीकल LVM-3 पूरी तरह स्वचालित हो चुका है.
ALS in auto mode.
we are very close to the launch. And the day of launch, wind biasing data is fed during the countdown to the onboard computers to enable most. Up next, we will watch a curtain raiser video on this
Event
mission.
number 465, request CGSS to confirm supply of GN2 to cryogenic.
Moon. This familiar object in the night sky has inspired the imagination of astronomers and ordinary people alike to count time and navigate the high seas. In modern times, Moon, the only natural satellite of the Earth, has acquired added importance due to the belief that Moon is the key to our understanding of the evolution of the solar system in general. and Earth in particular.
14 minutes.
Besides, Moon's precious resources and low gravity have further endeared it to humans. India, a major spacefaring nation, has conducted a detailed exploration of the Moon through its Chandrayaan program. The country has sent 2 robotic spacecraft to orbit the Moon and to take a repeated look at its surface. Chandrayaan 1 demonstrated India's ability to reach the surface. India became the 4th country to reach the surface of the Moon in November 2008. Besides, Chandrayaan 1's conclusive discovery of water on the Moon in 2009 was praised as a path-breaking discovery. The follow-on mission, Chandrayaan 2, had an orbiter, a lander called Vikram, and a rover named Pragyan. In the past 4 years, the orbiter has repeatedly observed the lunar surface and even today is working satisfactorily. Now, 3,900 kilograms Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft is being sent to the Moon with the objective of making yet another focused attempt to slowly land on the lunar surface and to explore it with the help of a rover. Following the spacecraft launched by India's most capable rocket LVM-3, the Chandrayaan 3 lander carrying a rover within it will be carried into an orbit around the Moon by the propulsion module. A little later, the lander will separate from that module and will attempt to make a soft landing in the south polar region of the Moon. This region is of intense interest as it has many permanently shadowed craters which could contain water ice and precious minerals. Chandrayaan 3 lander has 4 scientific instruments or payloads, of which one will study the moonquakes, while the other one studies as to how the surface of the Moon allows heat to flow through it. The third one will study the plasma environment near the Moon's surface. And the fourth instrument will enable scientists to measure the distance between the Earth and Moon very accurately. The 2 instruments on the rover help us study the composition of the Moon's surface using X-rays and laser respectively. While the lander and rover will be in direct contact with each other. The propulsion module circling the Moon will observe the light coming from Earth, the only planet which we know which is definitely teeming with life. This observation will help in understanding the nature of distant planets circling stars other than the Sun. As Chandrayaan 3 undergoes important tests and gears up for launch, thousands of ISRO scientists, including those who will launch it, control it, and receive the precious scientific information from it using giant dish antennas, are readying themselves for the challenging tasks ahead. In the past, their dedication and skill have enabled India to earn praise from across the world and made it proud. Let us wish them well in this great endeavor called Chandrayaan 3.
10 minutes.
आपके सामने हैं इसरो के अध्यक्ष श्री एस सोमनाथ। अभी अभी आपने देखा एक संक्षिप्त वीडियो जिसमें एनिमेशन की मदद से इस पूरे मिशन की यात्रा को बताया गया है, इस मिशन के ऑब्जेक्टिव को समझाया गया।
Chandrayaan 3 has 2 predecessors with destination Moon as their mission objective. Chandrayaan 1, launched by PSLV C11 in October 2008, included lunar orbiter and impactor. During the mission life of around 10 months, Chandrayaan-1 had mapped the minerals on lunar surface, acquired 70,000 images to help
minus 9
create
minutes.
3D atlas of moon, and what's more, found water on moon's polar regions. Chandrayaan-2 launched by LVM-3M1 on 22nd of July 2019 consisted of lunar orbiter, lander named Vikram and rover named Pragyan. The orbiter is still providing insightful scientific information through its payloads like spectrometers, synthetic aperture radar and cameras.
चंद्रयान 3 की चंद्रमा की सतह में उतरने के इस मिशन को कुल 10 चरणों में पूरा किया जाएगा। संक्षेप में यह इस प्रकार है। सर्वप्रथम चंद्रयान 3 को LVM-3 प्रमोचक रॉकेट द्वारा पृथ्वी की एलिप्टिकल टारगेट ऑर्बिट है उसमें प्रमोचित किया जाएगा। वहां से चंद्रयान में से निकलकर चंद्रमा की कक्षा में जाएगा। चंद्रमा की कक्षा में जाते ही उसमें फिर से मैन्यूवर कर चंद्रमा की 100 किलोमीटर की वृत्ताकार कक्षा में स्थापित किया जाएगा। फिर सही समय आने पर लैंडर मॉड्यूल को प्रोपल्शन मॉड्यूल से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा। यह आप अपनी स्क्रीन पर देख पा रहे हैं। यह है प्रोपल्शन मॉड्यूल। प्रोपल्शन चंद्रमा की कक्षा में जो कि 100 किलोमीटर की वृत्ताकार कक्षा होगी उसमें उचित अभिवृत्ति में लैंडर मॉड्यूल को अपने से पृथक कर चंद्रमा की सतह पर भेजना है। ऐसा कर
Next 8 phases are in the moon orbit. The third being the lunar orbit insertion, followed by the moon-bound maneuvers phase, which mark the fourth phase, and next it is now that the propulsion module separates from the lunar module
6 minutes.
when 100 by 100 circular orbit of the moon is achieved. The Chandrayaan 3 meters orbit, followed by the pre-landing phase as 7th phase. And then the most awaited landing phase takes place.
आपके सामने है मिशन नियंत्रण कक्ष का दृश्य। सभी सेंटर डायरेक्टर्स अपने स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं कि ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस किस तरह पूरा हो रहा है। दर्शक दीर्घा भी इस इंतजार पे। प्रमोशन से हम 5 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं।
Minus 5 minutes.
Most of you might recall the Chandrayaan 2 mission
MC confirms radar
and the
data.
intense moments when all the enthusiastic Indians were waiting for the touchdown of the lander on the surface of moon. The launch view gallery with the overwhelming crowd of visitors. We are close to 4 minutes from the scheduled launch time.
-4.
Chandrayaan 2. The Chandrayaan 3 is upgraded in several aspects for the enhanced robustness through extensive ground tests and simulation.
Onboard computer in flight mode.
कुछ अंतिम गतिविधियों जैसे ऑनबोर्ड कंप्यूटर पर रियल टाइम प्रोग्राम सभी घटनाएं संतोषजनक तरीके से पूर्ण की जा रही हैं।
-3 minutes.
अब हम उड़ान से 3 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं। घटनाक्रम को पहले ही बताया जा चुका है। सर्वप्रथम दोनों S200 स्ट्रैप-ऑन बूस्टर प्रज्वलित किए जाएंगे T0 पर।
Pre-flight pressurization of the hydrogen tank commenced.
S200 के प्रज्वलन के 108 सेकंड के पश्चात L110 जो कि
-2.
L110 के प्रज्वलन के पश्चात करीब 137 सेकंड पर S200 बूस्टर्स को यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा।
We are close to 1.5 minutes from the scheduled launch time.
की आंखें इसमें हैं।
-1 minute.
अब हम उड़ान से 1 मिनट की दूरी पर
-45 seconds. -50 seconds.
All sequences armed. Stage ready.
-45 seconds. -40 seconds.
L110 VHPP open. MOV 79 open.
-35 seconds. -30 seconds. -20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Plus 5 seconds.
Lift off normal.
Here we have
पूर्ण उत्थापन LVM-3M4 रॉकेट का। यह भीमकाय रॉकेट आसमान को चीरते हुए अपनी भयानक दहाड़ से चारों ओर कंपन उत्पन्न कर रहा है। इसे हम यहाँ महसूस कर सकते हैं और यही दहाड़ है जो वैज्ञानिकों को रोमांचित करती है। LVM-3 के उत्थापन के साथ ही हमारे अंतरिक्ष यान चंद्रयान 3 की चंद्रमा की यात्रा प्रारंभ हो चुकी है।
As the rocket is soaring through the clear skies, every second moving closer to the accomplishment of the most important milestone in its mission to moon. Every Indian witnessing the launch live is content with the feeling of watching history in the making.
चंद्रमा की सतह पर अपना छाप छोड़ने के लिए चंद्रयान 3 अपने मिशन को पूरा करने निकल चुका है। वर्तमान में दोनों
They are made of HTPB based solid propellant. 200
S-200 strap-on बूस्टर्स का कुल प्रज्वलन काल 126 सेकंड का है और अभी घोषणा की गई शुरू हो चुका है।
Apart from the strap-ons,
normal, just are separated.
Hypergolic Earth Storable Liquid Propellants UH-25 and N2O4.
सर यह यान इस यान से S-200 स्ट्रैप-ऑन बूस्टर्स को सफलतापूर्वक पृथक कर दिया गया है। यह तरल नोदक पर आधारित और विकास इंजन के साथ सामान्य निष्पादन करता हुआ अपने उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर बढ़ रहा है। अभियान
3 minutes.
The tragic
Separated.
जी हाँ, पेलोड फेयरिंग को पृथक कर दिया गया है यान से क्योंकि इस चरण का कुल प्रज्वलन काल 200 सेकेंड होता है और इस दौरान यह करीब 1600 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणुद उत्पन्न करता है।
we are 220 135 kilometers. To 175.5 kilometers altitude and imparts a relative velocity minute.
L110 stage.
उत्पादन करते हुए इस चरण में कुल 113 टन के तरल नोदक भरे जाते हैं। N2O4 तथा UH-25
Stage ignition is authorized.
Just 5 minutes.
Piece of really good news that the third stage has started. Its operation, the C-25 stage has been ignited.
जी हाँ, एक बहुत ही जटिल प्रक्रिया ही तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट से गूंज उठा है। मिशन नियंत्रण कक्ष वर्तमान में प्रणोद उत्पन्न कर रहा है। पूर्णतः सामान्य, सभी तंत्र पूर्णतः सामान्य हैं।
118 kilonewtons thrust in vacuum is what the stage develops. With its 28.6 tons propellant combination. Present altitude is close.
Performance normal.
तृतीय और यह अंतिम चरण है इस यान का C-25। सावधानी के साथ भरा जाता है। इस चरण में 186 किलोन्यूटन इसमें दिशा नियंत्रण के लिए इंजन जिम्बल का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। क्रायो ईंधन का विशिष्ट आवेग 446 सेकंड के करीब होता है।
Currently, the
plus 7 minutes.
while there is no much variation in altitude, this stage will add to the relative velocity immensely.
Cryo stage
आइए
performance
अब आपको
normal.
पेलोड के बारे में जानकारी देते हैं। लैंडर मॉड्यूल्स पे कई वैज्ञानिक प्रयोगों के लिए पेलोड्स लगाए गए हैं।
India's prestigious lunar landing spacecraft Chandrayaan-3 moving closer to its intended injection spot in the orbit. Reverse, translunar injection and moon-bound orbits. It also has a payload to study the spectral and polarimetric measurements of Earth and lunar orbit. The abbreviated name of the payload is SHAPE. To measure the density of ions and electrons and its changes with time. The second payload is Chandra's surface thermophysical experiment or CHES near polar regions. To measure the seismicity around the landing site and delineating the structure of the lunar crust and mantle, payload ILSA is there. The rover, after its descent, will further the
Cryo
scientific
stage
study of
performance.
composition of lunar surface, LIBS or spectrometer.
जी हाँ, लैंडर मॉड्यूल में 3 पेलोड हैं। है कि स्वदेशी लैंडर और रोवर में नितभारों का इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है। यह अंतर्ग्रही मिशन के लिए भी आपकी उबड़-खाबड़ संचार सुविधाएं प्रदान करने के लिए सक्षम होगा। चंद्रयान 3 के लैंडर और रोवर में कुल 6 नितभार हैं। रेडियो एस्ट्रोनॉमी ऑफ मून बाउंड हाइपर सेंसिटिव आयनोस्फीयर एंड एटमॉस्फेयर, जिसे शॉर्ट में रंभा कहा जाता है, यह चंद्रमा की सतह के पास प्लाज्मा के घनत्व तथा समय के साथ बदलाव का मापन करेगा। इसके बाद चंद्र सरफेस थर्मोफिजिकल एक्सपेरिमेंट चंद्रमा के ध्रुवीय सतह के आसपास की थर्मल प्रॉपर्टीज का मापन करेगा। Instrument for linear seismic activity एक्टिविटी लैंडिंग साइट के आसपास के क्षेत्र में भूकंप जैसी गतिविधियों किया जा रहा
11
है।
minutes.
एक बहुत ही दिलचस्प वैज्ञानिक निर्धार है शेप स्पेक्ट्र। वर्तमान में C20 700 सेकंड की दूरी पर आ चुके हैं। सापेक्ष गति 6.5 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड। ऊंचाई 191 किलोमीटर।
The Chandrayaan 3's upgrades in the aspects of enhanced robustness through extensive ground tests of less than 0.5 meters per second. From a height of 3 meters. The lander legs and enable intelligent decision making for choice of best location to land, avoiding craters and boulders on lunar surface. Laser Doppler velocity sensor is an upgrade in Chandrayaan 3 over its predecessor. Insights into the behavior of Chandrayaan 2 to the scientists, the necessity for upgrade in the guidance algorithm. Inputs from various sensors are used by the autonomous navigation guidance algorithm of Chandrayaan 3 to plan the flight path to the most suitable landing spot.
वर्तमान में हम प्रमोशन से 800 तृतीय चरण क्रायोजेनिक इंजन को शट ऑफ कर दिया जाएगा और उचित अभिवृद्धि प्राप्त कर चंद्रयान 3 को यान से ऑर्बिट में लॉन्च करने के पश्चात 170 किलोमीटर की पेरिजी पर क्रमशः 5 बार मैन्यूवरिंग कमांड दिया जाएगा। 5 हम ल्यूनर ट्रांसफर ऑर्बिट के नाम से जानते हैं। फिर 5 अगस्त 2023 को यह चंद्रमा की कक्षा में प्रवेश करेगा और फिर क्रमशः 5 मैन्यूवरिंग के पश्चात पृथक करेगा और 23 अक्टूबर 2023 को चंद्रमा की सतह पर लैंडिंग की प्रक्रिया शुरू की जाएगी।
Plus 15 minutes.
We have come close to 900 seconds after the launch. Currently, the C-25 stage 9.29 kilometers per second.
जी हाँ, कुछ ही क्षणों में हम ओर ले जा रहा है और उद्दिष्ट कक्षा
Thrust cut off.
Chandrayaan 3.
Three satellites separated.
Chandrayaan 3 को सफलतापूर्वक अंतक्षेपित कर दिया गया है इलिप्टिकल पार्किंग ऑर्बिट पर।
Handing over to mission director.
Late injection conditions, LVM3 M4 mission is successful. Jai Hind.
The launch has also had
जी हाँ, चंद्रयान को सफलतापूर्वक अंतक्षेपित कर दिया गया है, लेकिन चंद्रयान 3 की यात्रा अभी जारी है। अब इस मिशन के बारे में हम अध्यक्ष महोदय से सुनेंगे और हम
Congratulations, India. Chandrayaan 3 has started its journey towards moon. Orbit around Earth. 170 by 36,500 kilometer was its intended target orbit, and it wish all the best for the Chandrayaan 3 craft to make its further orbit racing maneuvers and travel towards moon in the coming days. So let me wish all the very best to Chandrayaan 3 for its further journey towards moon. Mr. Mohan Kumar, and also the we have also the mission director for the Chandrayaan 3 craft, the project director of Chandrayaan 3, Veera Muthuvel. So over to them, Mohan.
Departments of Space and Atomic Energy, Dr. Jitendra Singh, respected Chairman ISRO and Secretary Department of Space, former secretaries of the department, invited dignitaries, respected dignitaries and invitees. I am very happy to report here that the LVM3 M4 vehicle has injected the Chandrayaan 3 satellite to the precise orbit and Space Research Organization. Congratulations to the teamwork of ISRO family. I would like to, in the event of our human rating efforts towards making the systems reliable. Second, engineering approaches. We are in the process of increasing the launch frequency of this vehicle, considering the national requirements as well as S200 nozzle. They are processed exactly as per the human rating standards. Enabling us to have 100% NDT, and the inherent pocket erosion carries 100% qualified to be the human rated engine with indigenously developed LET throats and the
pocket, back wall gas entry also is eliminated, and it is a perfect system. Yes, sir. And CE20 stage also is perfectly actually, sir.
Good. So we will describe all those details later because of shortage of time.
Yes, sir. I take this opportunity to thank all the mission executives because mission executives for all the supports all along the launch campaign process as well as the launch. Once the launch manifest is released and mission executives are identified, really this is a penance of so many across the ISRO centers, our launch vehicle centers, VSSC, LPSC, IPRC, IASU, for industrial partners, major players to the small scale industries who supply us with all the deliverables in time, quality products. GOCO facility operators. Actually, the industrial manpower is really our ISRO's virtual man into this, and called the also the prayers. Everyone's prayers and our own family members. I take this opportunity to penance by the ISRO family for last 73 days. And my prayer full pranams for the successful continuous operation. Jai Hind.
Respected Chairman ISRO, Center Directors, dignitaries and my team Chandrayaan-3, very happy to note that our Chandrayaan-3 and all our spacecraft health parameters are normal, including the power generations in both propulsion module and lander module. Our journey to moon has begun now for the most awaited soft landing. We'll be closely monitoring and controlling the spacecraft from ISTRAC Bangalore. Many critical events are lined up, starting from earthbound maneuvers, insertion into the lunar orbit, and separation of lander, and set of deboost maneuvers, and finally the power descent phase for a soft landing. I take this opportunity to thank Chairman ISRO, Director URSC, and all the center directors for entrusting me this opportunity, who are behind, who have been the motivational and guidance force behind this mission. My special thanks to Chandrayaan-3 project executives, ISRO centers, who have provided an excellent support in building the spacecraft. My special thanks to the expert committees for their constant guidance throughout the various stages of the project. I also thank the various work centers and council members, group directors, deputy directors across the ISRO centers, and looking forward for the soft landing.
Space, Minister of State for Space, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, amongst us during this historic occasion of success of launching of LVM-3. So we would like to hear a few words from him. Over to you, sir.
Glory for India and a moment of destiny for all of us over here at Sriharikota, who are a part of the history making. Thank you, Team ISRO, for making. And thank you, Honorable PM Narendra Modi ji, for having made this possible by unlocking the gates of Sriharikota and enabling the India's space sector. You would recall Honorable Prime Minister had very recently said, sky is not the limit. Unexplored horizons of the universe beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, this day today, the 14th of July 2023, is also a day of vindication. Vindication of the dreams, but never short of confidence. And when we see those pictures of a launcher vehicle being carried on the carriage of a bicycle, that is because Vikram and his team had faith in themselves. Faith in India's potential, faith in India's acumen, and living up to the ideal of Atmanirbhar Bharat. And before I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, as Mother India enters into the next 25 years of this Amrit Kal, she pledges to play a leading global role in the emerging world scenario of 21st century. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We will also introduce the directors of the centers who have done all those great work of building the rocket, building the scientific instruments for Chandrayaan-3, the Chandrayaan spacecraft itself, and made all those critical systems, and also the agencies who are going to handle the rest of the mission part, the tracking and the ground stations, and all those teams are here. So I request the directors of those centers to join. First, Director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center.
Good afternoon, India. In last 1 year, this is the 10th mission, including the precise landing of the reusable launch vehicle. Success rate of LVM-3 is 100%, and this is the ideal vehicle for Gaganyaan. Some of the changes that we are incorporating in Gaganyaan, we have implemented. Take this opportunity to salute the entire ISRO community, especially the VSC community and all launch vehicle centers, industry partners. You know, the realizing the stages, assembling, testing, and then launching 3 LVM-3s in 1 year is a Herculean task. I salute the industry as well as all the ISRO centers for this. And very best. We know that when the beginning is good, the ending has to be good. I wish all the very best to the Chandrayaan for its solitary journey through the vastness of space and for making a feather-like soft landing in the 4th week of August. Good luck. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all of you. It is a historical event for Indian space program and a proud moment for all the Indians across the globe on this momentous occasion of the successful launch of the Chandrayaan-3. 3-in-1 spacecraft in the required orbit with the highest level of precision by our heaviest launch vehicle. All the vehicle systems have performed, demonstrated the 7th successful launch. As you all know, for this mission, the entire vehicle performance is as expected, as predicted. In fact, the precision in which the satellite is launched shows the reliability of this vehicle. And we too have 4 liquid propulsion modules, 2 in the launch vehicle. The L110 stage, C-25 stage, it has performed extremely well along with all other vehicle systems. We too have 2 more propulsion modules, one for take the culmination of the dedicated, smart and hard work of all the ISRO team members and the work culture of ISRO and the review process what we follow. I am sure all further mission operations will be a grand success and we'll have the successful soft landing. On this occasion, let me congratulate and compliment the members of ISRO team, our family members who have really sacrificed, the partners from industry and academia, and the various review fora. Thank you. Jai Hind.
The Chandrayaan craft was built at UR Rao Satellite Center, so I request Director of URC to.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I take this opportunity to first thank my colleagues Chandrayaan 3 on its journey towards moon. Thank you very much. And as Director LPSC and Director VS, and thank you very much for the effort that has been put by all the members of the launch vehicle community and the industry. Supporting them. Chandrayaan 3 team for the last 4 years, which has come today as an outcome. It is sitting like a brain sitting inside the head of a human being on that mighty vehicle. On top of that, that satellite was sitting, and it was such a happy moment to see that satellite getting the lunar orbit and touchdown softly on moon. So we'll speak the rest of the things after the soft landing on top of moon several years, and I'm sure will continue in future also. Thank you very much.
Space Applications Center Ahmedabad plays very important role in our scientific instruments and building of the satellites. Over to Director SAC, Nilesh Desai.
Thank you. And Team ISRO for this excellent work, and especially vehicle team as well as the project team. And as we begin this historic journey towards moon, in our effort and endeavor to land on moon safe and in secure manner with a soft landing after 45 days. So I wish all the best to all the people who have contributed directly or indirectly, and especially to the project team, spacecraft team, as well as my team at Space Applications Center, who has developed sensors and other hazard detection and avoidance system which will help for a secured and safe landing on moon. So once again, I thank all who have contributed in this mission. Thank you.
Director of this center, Satish Dhawan Space Center, is the chairman of the Launch Authorization Board and also realizing the solid motors of this rocket. So,
Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra, launch and hearty congratulations to all the LVM-3, M4 and Chandrayaan-3 mission. So, once again, the fat boy, and I congratulate the SDC Shark team Because throughout this launch, we had many launch campaigns of C-55 and 56. Along with that, we are proud to have this in spite of the weather conditions here. We have successfully launched LVM-3 in the prescribed launch window time between July 12th and 19th. For hosting the Chandrayaan-3 team here and carrying out all the tests to make sure that Chandrayaan-3 is also ready for the 3 days. And my sincere thanks to the various Indian industries, and I wish you a glorious success in the future to come. And I wish, as mentioned in the last week of August, thank you, Jai Hind.
I request all center directors to join. Please. Come. Please come here. Come.